Hey y'all, it's your favorite trainer with the belt buckle. Today, I'm going to help you pass the NASMCPT in under 10 minutes. Get your foam rollers, boom! Get your BOSU ball. I'm going to teach you how to pass this while I do this. It's the dumbest shit in the world. If you want to become a great trainer, read the book, How to Become a Successful Personal Trainer. And if you can get a refund because you do not need a certification to be a qualified trainer. You need to understand movement, regressions, progressions, anatomy, 17 muscles of the shoulder, 40 around the hip, 20 which we'll quiz you on, and on level 1. But you don't give a shit. You want to pass the NASMCPT. So I'll shut up and I'm going to take you through what you need to know, the 3 most important things from the OPT model, from the assessment, and then other little things that they're going to test you on under 10 minutes. Here we go. Number 1, OPT model. Know that shit like the back of your hand. Stabilization, 4-2-1-1. Everything is on this thing. Stability, single leg bullshit. Anytime you see that, choose phase 1. You need to know the rep ranges, 12 to 20 repetitions. Rest, 0 to 90 seconds. Intensity, 50 to 70%. When you look in the textbook, if you have it, you don't need it, but if you have the textbook, you go to page 699. What you need to focus on is the OPT model. Know everything about stabilization. You got to be on this thing or a stability ball, something single leg. It's always going to be stabilization. 4-2-1-1 tempo. You're going to come down for 4 seconds. Pause for 2 isometric. You're going to come up for 1. All right, 4 seconds eccentric, 2 isometric, 1 concentric, and another isometric. Everything you see on the exam will include some type of SMR. You got a foam roller, you're going to die. The overactive muscle that you need a foam roll. This beautiful sucker right here is called your gastrocnemius. The soleus, those 2 overactive. Anterior tibialis, underactive. Your VMO, what the fuck? That's what NASM calls it. It's part of your quad muscles. One of the 4, they're not going to ask you much about the actual anatomy. You just need to know this. Your VMO, it's underactive. And what do we do to underactive muscles? We got to strengthen them with a 4-2-1-1 tempo. Always stabilization. You have your vastus lateralis, it's overactive. Your hip flexors, overactive. It's also referred to as your psoas is one of the hip flexors. Psoas major, hip flexor, used interchangeably. Your adductors, overactive. Your glutes, underactive. Max is on the posterior side, the med is on the lateral side, both underactive. Your TVA, don't say that, it's just your core, but your transverse abdominis, underactive. You're gonna have your lats, right here, it's your teres major, you can feel that meat, whoo, that's some sexy meat right there. Latissimus dorsi, teres major, overactive. Upper trapezius, overactive. Pec major, remove the pec major, pec minor, both of those are overactive. Your deep cervical flexors, underactive. Your mid-back, rhomboid major, rhomboid minor, lower trapezius, middle trapezius, underactive. So you need to know over, also short, also strong, also tight, overactive, foam roll or die. Underactive, you gotta do a 4-2-1-1 tempo. Move on after a month, you're gonna go to phase 2, supersets. You're gonna do a squat into a BOSU ball squat. You're going to do a bench press into a push-up. You're going to do something stable into unstable. It's all you need to know for phase 2. Phase 3, hypertrophy. Dumbest model that they have, but you need to know, actually it's not even called hypertrophy, muscular development. So we're on this phase, 0 to 60 second rest, 6 to 12 reps. All you need to know for that one. Move on to strength, 4, XXXX, fast. That's what you need to do for strength, 1 to 5 reps, 85 to 100%, 2 to 5 minutes rest. Move on up to power. It's going to be stable into power explosive or power explosive into stable. So you'd be doing something like this, a jump into a squat. But then you got to get back on your BOSU ball because you'll die if you don't. NASM will give you a ticket. They fucking freak out if you aren't on this thing. So for power, it's a superset as well, but it's stable into explosive. There's explosive, there's a med ball, or something that's going to be thrown into the ground, a plyo push-up. Phase 5. Know those variables. Page 699. We'll send you a message if you DM us on Instagram. Make sure to follow us. And if you read the resistance portion, you'll pass it. Simple. The second thing you need to know a lot of is the overhead squat assessment. Oh yeah, here we go. You gotta take your shoes off, because your clients are gonna be working out with no shoes, obviously. You're gonna have your feet parallel, because everyone has to squat the same way, like this. How stupid is this? You need to pass the NASMCPT. So focus on the overhead squat and the compensation. Arms coming down, lats overactive. Body moving forward, so as hip flexors overactive, glutes underactive. Just focus on the muscles that are over and then the under. We're gonna ask you a question like this. Your client's doing a squat, they have knee valgus, holy shit, they're gonna die. You gotta fix them. So what muscle's overactive? Your gluteus maximus, your TVA, your adductor magnus, or your traps. Adductors, lower body. You gotta know everything about the cute variables. So you gotta know subjective, objective. Objective, I obtain. It's gonna be blood pressure, measurements. The subject gives you information such as their job, their medical history. It's all part of the Part Q. Overhead squat, you gotta know the cardio. 3 of them. The 1.5, you have the smile test, you have the Rockport, and then you have the YMCA step test. Know the postural ones, obviously this, overhead squat. Then you're gonna have shark skill will be performance. Dumbest fucking test in the world, but you gotta know lower body agility, upper body agility. Here we go. Davies test. This is, that's a cool test. Again, stupid, but you gotta know 36 inches apart and where it will go within the programming. Those are the little cute variables they're gonna ask you on. Focus on the assessment, OPT model, and then you're gonna get a bunch of random questions about heart anatomy. Upper chambers are gonna be the atriums, lower ventricles. SA node is the pacemaker of the heart. That's all you really need to know for the heart stuff. The zones 65 to 75, zone 2, 76 to 85, zone 3, 86 plus, the 95, and then you have your VT threshold 1 and 2. 1, I can talk right now, low intense. If I do some HIIT training, something really hard, some stupid jumps, I'm surprised NASM doesn't have that in their textbook actually. They actually teach you how to jump properly. But if you do anything that's going to increase your heart rate where you cannot talk, that will be VT2. Nutrition, know the basic stuff. You need to know 10 to 35% for protein, 20 to 35 for fats, no more than 10% being saturated, 45 to 65 for carbs. Don't worry about nutrition. You need to know 1 gram of carbs and protein, 4 calories, 1 gram of alcohol is 7 calories, 1 gram of fat is 9. It's all you need to know. Do not get their nutrition cert. Do not get their sports performance cert. More certs does not make you more qualified. You're reading another textbook and taking an exam. You're getting BF'd and spending a lot of money and you don't have the knowledge. You need to be able to ask questions to professionals. Pass this shit in 30 days. Most importantly, if you got a bundle within the last 30 days, get a refund. Invest that money into hands-on learning. Come to a weekend seminar. Ask questions to professionals. The process is broken. Just because you're following everyone else doesn't mean it's the right way. If you want to become a professional, you need to learn hands-on, to be able to ask questions and communicate with people who've been doing this for a long time. I have physical fucking gyms. NASM, ACE, ISSA, where are yours? You don't have them. You're marketing companies. All you're doing is telling people to buy, and get more certs. Hands-on learning, regressions, progressions, that's how you're gonna make this into a career. Pass NASM as soon and quickly as you can. Hopefully this helped. Leave a comment. I may have some haters out there that are gonna get all butthurt. Oh, you talk too fast. NASM's gone. Let the belt buckle decide for you, all right? Imagine trying to squat on this thing with load. You can't. This shit's stupid. If you want to become a successful trainer, you need to learn movement patterns and how to actually communicate with people and get them to laugh because they're buying you. At the end of the day, you gotta show